Hi, I am Nasir from Freelancer and Programming Tips and Tricks. And in today's lesson, you will learn about HTML entities, how we can use HTML entities, and why we use HTML entities. The result characters in HTML must be replaced with the character entities. Characters not present on your keyboard can also be replaced by entities. So we use entities because some characters, for example euro sign and pound sign and some other characters, do not be displayed by using your keyboard layout. So we display that characters by using the HTML entities. Some characters are reserved in HTML. So if you use the less than or greater than signs in your text, the browser might mix them with tags. So we use the entities to display the less or greater than signs. Character entities are used to display reserved characters in HTML. A character entity looks like entity name, entity underscore name, or entity underscore number. So let's take an example and let's open the reviewer, or you can also use any editor to write the HTML code, but the most common is Dreamweaver or Notepad++. So here I will use the Dreamweaver. Let's take HTML document, remove unusable code and also change the title. Also remove this. So let's save a desktop with the name entities.html. So here I will write the code for less than sign in two different ways, by using HTML entities, or by using entity name, or by using entity number. So first I will write its code by using entity name. So to display the less than sign, I just first I take the H1 so that it display as bold. So and I write and LT to display the less than sign. So this is the code for less than sign, which we use in our HTML tags. Now let's open in Google Chrome. Here we go. You can see that there is less than sign instead of an LT, which is the entity name. And you can also display this entity by using the entity underscore number. That is, I write this in H2 tag, and its entry number is and hash and 60. So here I write and hash 60. This is the code, and now again check in browser. You can see this is the less than sign. So these two things display the less than sign, and you can learn more about the signs in this tutorial. The advantage of using an entity name instead of a number is that the name is easier to remember. The disadvantage is that browser may not support all entity names, but the support for numbers is good. So I recommend that to use the entity numbers instead of entity name, because some browsers do not display the entity name or could not understand the entity name. So you should use the entity numbers. Again we go to the next, and here I will just write a paragraph or uh, anything sentence. So here you can see that there is only one space between I and M. So if I break this space into 10 spaces, now these are the 10 spaces, but when you use it, you see this in browser, then you will see only one space between I and M. Now let's check in browser. You can see that there is only one space between I and M. Although I have given about 10 spaces between I and M, but there is only one space in browser. Now I remove that space to give a space between the words. We use an NBSP. So as much spaces you want to give in between the two words, then you can write an NBSP for data. So here you can see that there are 4 spaces, one space is default, and the third space is 3 spaces are an NBSP, which you can also use in any code of our HTML document. So this is the non-breaking space, which is an NBSP. So you can also use many other such entities for different purposes. So I remove not. A common character entity used in HTML is an NBSP, which is non-breaking space. Non-breaking space is a space that will not break into a new line. Two words specified by a non-breaking space will stick together at the end of a line. And this is handy when the words might be disruptive. And another common use of non-breaking space is to prevent that browser truncate spaces in HTML pages. So you can also use to truncate spaces, to prevent truncate spaces in the browser, and use only an NBSP code to display spaces between the words or sentences. As I already discussed that if you write 10 spaces in your text, the browser will remove 9 of them. To add a real space to your text, you can use the NBSP character interface. So here I will take another example. And I have written some code. And you can see that there is a hyphen. So a non-breaking hyphen lets you use a hyphen character that would not break. So if you do not want to give space between the words, then you can also use the hyphen for this purpose. Hyphen is also a good approach, and here you can see some codes and their entity names and entity numbers. Here you can also see greater than sign and cent, pound, yen or euro, and copyright, and their entity names and entity numbers. Remember one thing, that entity names are case sensitive. You can use them by using their case sensitive property. So these are the HTML character entities. The next thing is combining diacritical marks. So what is diacritical marks? A diacritical mark is a glyph added to a letter or anything else. Some diacritical marks like grave and acute are called accents. Diacritical marks can appear both above and below a character or letter, inside a letter, and between two letters. Diacritical marks can be used in combination with alphanumeric characters to produce a character that is not present in a character set encoding used in the page. So I will also display some examples for the diacritical marks. For example, you can write this code to display a hat above the A. So here this code will display a hat at the top of A. Refresh and you will see there is a hat above the A character. So these are the diacritical marks. You can use any other character to display different kinds of marks. And here are some examples of diacritical marks and characters. You can see there is a different symbols above the letters, and you can also use them in other of your letters, and you can also search on Google for more examples or diacritical marks.